If there's one thing that game publishers love more than a successful video game, it's a second successful game. Money talks in the games industry, and more often than not, if a game is a critical hit, the sequel won't be too far away. But that isn't always the case. Welcome to Gamers Watch, and today we're going to look at 5 games that need a sequel. If you enjoy what you're watching, then please make sure to subscribe and give us a cheeky little like. It'll make us happy and you're doing a good deed for the day. You're great, mate.
When you think of Rockstar Games, most people will have 3 titles that spring to mind: the Grand Theft Auto series, Red Dead Redemption, and of course, Rockstar Table Tennis. However, back in 2006 they released a game that became both a cult classic for fans and at the same time a stick to beat Rockstar with by mums worried that video games would turn a frickin' frog gay. Bully. This game followed Jimmy Hopkins after being expelled from his 7 previous schools as he joined Hogwarts for Reprobates, Bulworth Academy. Throughout the course of the game you attend classes, explore the campus and join various cliques in always hilarious scenarios. And one of the reasons this game may not receive the sequel that it deserved could be from the fact that the game stirred up controversy before even being released, simply due to the name Bully. This controversy was caused by people who have seemingly never played a video game in their entire lives. Furious mums, teachers and anti-bully groups decried the game as glorifying bullying, but the reality is the game does the exact opposite of that. It highlights the struggle of a young man lost in the world, not knowing how to fit in, being disregarded by everyone around him and pushing through his barriers, showing that a book really shouldn't be judged by its expulsion record. Bully is an original game with great character development that has long been rumoured to be returning, with many sequels often touted but then cancelled. Maybe one day we'll get to see Jimmy go to college. When you think of Rockstar Games, most people have 4 titles that spring to mind: Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar Table Tennis of course, or Bully. Bit of deja vu there. But if you have a passion for war flashbacks and shouting at murder witnesses, then boy, LA Noire is probably the murder mystery wet dream you've been waiting for. The game follows Cole Phelps, an LA detective and war veteran who uses his powers of deduction to solve crimes with the help of your various sidekicks at toe. This Team Bondi title was a visual delight on launch, using the newest and shiniest facial capturing methods to make this old man's face seemingly turn inside out. On the game's release, it was praised for its slick visuals, its unique setting, and also, like I said, this old man's face turning inside out. And it has long been rumoured that it was put in place to test Grand Theft Auto 5's capture technology. However, with the success of Shark Cards the video game, we really doubt, that we will ever see a game that shows any artistic or creative passion in a Rockstar game again.
There are 2 kinds of people in the world: people who know who The Simpsons are, and liars. This 4-fingered, jaundice-ridden, never-aging family has been donning television sets worldwide for almost 15 years, not long enough at this point. I was supposed to say too long, but you can never have too much of The Simpsons. But back in 2003, a game released that surprised everybody: GTA Springfield. Simpsons Hit and Run gave players the opportunity to play as their favourite Simpson characters in a fully playable Springfield. And by all accounts, everybody loved it. It is a game that for many people is a high point of the PS2 console generation, and to this day still has a passionate following and modding community. The game starts with a suspicious horde of robot wasps descending onto Evergreen Terrace, a new brand of Buzz Cola hitting the Quickie Mart, and suspicious black vans appearing all over town. What happens from this point is the unravelling of a mystery that encompasses the very best of classic Simpsons characters that will entertain die-hard fans of the TV show and casual viewers alike. There have been calls for a remaster over the years, and even player-made mods to expand this game far beyond its initial scope. But in a world filled with AAA, loot box, season pass games, it would be something truly special to see a new story to breathe life into the exhausted TV show. It is not exhausted. Whoever wrote this script can go f***. There aren't many games that let you listen to Motorhead as you drive through flaming hellscapes on the back of your machine gun laden motorbike upgraded by Ozzy Osbourne on your way to save Lemmy from hordes of demons. but Brutal Legend lets you. Tim Schafer and the team at Double Fine Productions served up a heavy metal feast as you play as Eddie Riggs, voiced by Tenacious D's Jack Black, the world best roadie. While helping put on a show for the band Cabbage Boy, Eddie is crushed to death by fallen scenery that then subsequently turns into a giant demon. And all this happens within 2 minutes of the game starting, and you wake up in the Brutal Lands, a heavy metal inspired open world that has been taken over by the Dark Lord Doviculus, who has enslaved humanity using his army of demon spawn. You have to form alliances, shred killer riffs, and beat the ever-loving crap out of bosses that only Tim Schafer could imagine in a game that cranks itself up to 11 from the get-go. For anybody with a love of rock, metal, or just wanting to listen to Ozzy Osbourne murmuring his way through a script, this game is a must-play. Jack Black brings Eddie Riggs to life in a way that only Jack Black could, but Tim Schafer has consistently said that he wants to work on new IPs going forward. So for all those Grim Fandango or Brutal Legends fans, all we can do is hope.
There is no argument that Viva Pinata is the best original IP on the Xbox 360. There is no argument that Viva Pinata 2 is the best sequel ever made. And there is no argument that if Microsoft gives us Viva Pinata 3, everything will be forgiven for delaying Starfield. Honest. Here at Gamers Watch, we love nothing more than sitting back, relaxing in our gardens, and smashing CEOs in the face with a shovel repeatedly. Over the past few years, Big Daddy Phil Spencer has said that Xbox needs to create more family-friendly games, and Viva Pinata is literally the perfect game to do that. The premise of it is that you have to bring your garden back to life, and in doing so, fill it with a selection of candy-based animals. It sounds simple enough, but the core gameplay is resource and task management, as you have to carefully plan, arrange and maintain an ever-expanding ecosystem to ensure all of your paper-mache pals are happy, healthy and living in harmony, all the while defending your lands from nasty invaders. Visually, these games are to this day still an absolute delight, with a host of fun characters that can help heal your sick pinatas, build their new homes and fill your garden with decoration and joy. We will never stop in our pursuit for a new Viva Pinata game, and he's probably not watching this, but Phil, if you are, just give it to us, man. Just give us Viva Pinata 3, for the love of God, just... Also, Cedos is the worst.
And there we have it. 5 games that we here at Gamers Watch think are long overdue a sequel. Not a remaster. That doesn't count. And if you think we missed any, then be sure to leave a comment below and we will 100% absolutely definitely positively read them and cover them in a future video. And if you enjoyed this video, then why not give it a little like, subscribe to us here at Gamers Watch, and be sure to hit that notification bell